Today's news, Narsha of K-pop girl band Brown Eyed Girls to tie the knots.
How surprised were you when you heard this news that one of the members of Brown Eyed Girls is set to get married?
I actually wasn't very surprised.
Really?
Yes, because she's kind of an older K-pop star. She's been around for a while. She's in her 30s. And after they reach their 30s, they're like allowed to be in relationships or something.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure about that.
It just seems like that's what it is. Like, oh, you turn 30 and... Because the cultural rule in Korea is like, if you make it to 30 and you're not married, you better hurry up and get married, or at least that's what your relatives are going to tell you during Chuseok.
Yes, and you do see K-pop idols in their 30s who do get married and start families.
I don't know. I did a quick search right before filming this, and although there are some K-pop idols that are married, two members of U-KISS are the most famous that I saw, and then Hyori, I'm not sure, I think that's her name. Other than that, I didn't recognize the other ones. Like, it doesn't really seem common at all. It seems very unusual, actually, which is kind of the reason why we're covering this. It doesn't matter at all. We're really happy for Narsha, and it looks like she's picked a beautiful spot to get married, but none of the big groups, any of the members are married, like EXO, none of those guys. And I'm not saying that they should, and I'm not saying that they're not allowed to. I'm just saying nobody really gets married other than out of U-KISS.
Well, I disagree with that because there are other members of other groups that do get married, but the thing that happens more likely than not is then they leave the K-pop scene. For example, Sunye, I believe it's Sunye or Sunmi of Wonder Girls. One of the members of Wonder Girls back in the day, a couple of years ago, got married.
Okay.
And she left K-pop.
So she's out of Wonder Girls and she doesn't perform anymore.
She doesn't perform anymore, though she hasn't officially left Wonder Girls. It's kind of a weird situation.
It's like being separated without being divorced.
Yeah.
Although Brown Eyed Girls has been around more than 10 years, I think, it's still really good that it's happening because it's setting a better, more healthy precedent for anyone who is in K-pop or wants to join K-pop. If they can, in fact, possibly negotiate this into their contract, you know where I'm going with that. I mean, they have to sign these multi-year, 10-year, 12-year, 14-year deals when they're 12 years old or whatever. I don't know. It's all sorts of crazy things that go into K-pop and the agreements they make with entertainment companies. But it's good to see this, at least I think it is, because then they can live a slightly more healthy life if they do in fact get in a relationship, but then they have to keep it secret. Like those sorts of things end up making for ulcers and like unhealthy parts of your body and get sick and all those. No, you know what I'm saying, though.
I know what you're saying. I think that the Brown Eyed Girls are a great, I don't know, something to look up to in K-pop generally across the board.
Agreed.
They're a group that has been together since 2006. They still retain all their original members. They have all done solo activities. They've all had relationships. They've all done other things besides K-pop, but they're still really close. They still make music together, and I love their music videos. I think they're so cutting edge and so fun.
And they're super sexy.
So I just want to take a moment and say congratulations to Narsha. Congratulations on your upcoming marriage. I'm really excited. I hope we get to see photos from the ceremony, even though I know it's supposed to be an extremely tiny 2-person ceremony.
One
in
photo. One.
Just one.
That's all we're asking.
Yes.
Comments on this one, you guys. What's your reaction to hearing about Narsha getting married? And in general, do you think K-pop stars should be a little bit more free to do what they want in terms of getting into a relationship?
Who would be your OTP? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Who would be your OTP?
Yeah. Who's your OTP? Steph wants to know.
Who do you ship? Who is canon?
Click the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. And don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.